Thank you for staying with us here on KTN Business Today, and here we mean business. Now, just to remind you that on this second part of the show, we will be continuing with our discussion with Professor Tobias Olweng from JKUAT and, of course, Nelly Chepkemoi, both here in studio to discuss gender-sensitive budgeting and, of course, the ecosystem around that. In the second part of the show, we'll delve into the issues around taxation and women. But before that, we have stories from all across the world, and we'll delve into that right now. And we start off in Central and Eastern Europe, where essentially we will be looking at the digitization and transformation that has formed the world of commerce, payments, and money movement. Now, as e-commerce continues to grow, cybercriminal activity is advancing. Now, according to Michael Jabara, the global head of fraud at Visa, cyber attackers will continue devising new ways, with the globe having lost $1 trillion to cybercriminal activities in the year 2023.
When we think about cybersecurity, we think about it across three key dimensions. There's the people dimension, there is the data dimension, and then there's the infrastructure dimension. I'll start with the first two, and then we can talk about the people side. So from an infrastructure, it's the technical infrastructure that we use to complete commercial transactions. Think about the point of sale terminal where you go and tap your card on it. There's the data, the information that gets exchanged between institutions to facilitate commerce. And so we see a lot of attacks on those two sides of the equation. Hacking of the terminal, for instance, or stealing that payment data so that it can be monetized illicitly elsewhere. But really the critical point of vulnerability is on the people side, because it's so hard to patch individuals. It's so hard to get them to not click on malicious links or give out sensitive personal information. From an e-commerce perspective, we see a lot of consumers fall prey into scams where there are deals that are too good to be true, where people are being asked to send money for an investment that yields returns that are astronomical, and when they do that, the money gets stolen and never gets returned. Or for them to make purchases on online websites that are in fact fake. They're not real, they're just set up to steal their payment data. So in order for them and consumers really everywhere to be secure in their digital transactions, I would recommend following a few simple rules. One, use common sense. If there's a deal that's too good to be true, it likely is, and you should just forget about it. Second, don't trust any communication that comes through you digitally, whether it's a text message or an email. If somebody's trying to reach out to you, reach out to them directly. If there's a bank that's saying, hey, you're gonna lose access to your account if you don't verify your information, call your bank, log into your mobile app, and do that on your own independently. And then third, always secure your sensitive accounts by using strong passwords and using multi-factor authentication, which essentially means that not only do you use the password, but you also need to submit a code that gets sent through SMS in order for to validate your identity. This makes it harder for fraudsters to target you if you take on these safe security habits.